Hello everyone, welcome back to the English session. In this session, we are going to talk about tense number 8, that is past perfect continuous. This is definitely one of the important tenses. However, this tense is not very often used in communication, but this can be expected in examinations, of course. So I'll very clearly explain what this past perfect continuous tense is about and how to use this tense and when to use this tense. Listen very carefully. We are talking about a very important tense called past perfect continuous. I'll write in a shortcut past perfect continuous. My dear friends, before we go to the past perfect continuous, let me recap and revise what is present perfect continuous. So, we are talking about past perfect continuous, but now why do you want to talk about present perfect continuous? Yes, there is a reason. The reason is to understand the tense called past perfect continuous, understanding present perfect continuous is important. Okay. So what is present perfect continuous? Do you remember? Present perfect continuous is used to talk about an action that started in the past and even now the action is in progress. I'll repeat. Present perfect continuous is used to talk about an action that started in the past and even now still the action is in progress. To define this point of time, we use the preposition since, and to define the period of time, we use the preposition for. However, when we talk about this tense called past perfect continuous, we use this tense when we talk about an action that started in the past and the action happened for some time and the action also ended in the past, which means the action is not in progress now, which means here the action is still in progress. Action in progress. Even now, the action in progress. Still, or even now, the action is in progress. But here, now, the action is not in progress. Here, now, action not in progress. I hope now the point is very clear. Now, in the case of present perfect continuous, we say the point of time since preposition is used and the period of time preposition for is used. But here, that's not the case. When we talk about the past perfect continuous, we use the prepositions from to because here we have already discussed that started and ended in the over. So this particular period of time is what we call past perfect continuous. Listen very carefully because very often in competitive examinations it comes as a question. Now, similarly, at this juncture, it's also important for us to understand the difference in the grammar and the structure between both the tenses. In the case of present perfect continuous, the grammar is like this. We use the helping verb has or have, and the verb is be form, and ing should be the verb form. However, when we talk about the tense called past perfect continuous, when we talk about the tense called past perfect continuous, we use something called had been plus ing. We use something called had been plus ing. So now, when we talk about present perfect continuous, this is how the grammar looks. When we talk about the past perfect continuous, this is how the grammar looks. I hope you have got some idea about the situation and the timing of past perfect continuous. Without further delay, now let's get started with the definitions given in the slide. See, past perfect continuous, the grammar rule is this. Subject comes plus had been comes, the verb is in the ing form, ends with the object. So which means now, you see the example. They had been preparing for the performance for 2 months. What is the meaning of the sentence? Are they even now preparing for the performance? No. The meaning of this particular sentence is they started their preparation. I'll give you one example. Imagine this month is, imagine today the date is June 28, which means they have prepared for their performance from, imagine, I'm just giving you an example, imagine, from April to May. You understand the difference? So, their preparation for the performance, their preparation for the performance, their preparation for the performance, their preparation for the performance started in the past, and their preparation for the performance started in the past, and also their preparation for the performance ended in the past, which means they are not actually talking about it, which means they are not actually talking about the action which is happening currently. Their preparation started in the past and their preparation also ended in the past. They are no longer preparing for their performance. So, this is what the beauty of the grammar. They had been preparing for their performance for 2 months, means they started their preparation in the past and they ended their preparation also in the past. They are no longer preparing. So this is how we use it. However, to understand it in a much better way, what am I going to do now is I'll give you ample number of examples for your better clarity and better understanding. Listen very carefully, only then you can get thorough with this concept. See, the example is like this. It had been raining. See this example? It had been raining. It had been raining from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. today. It had been raining from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. today. See, it had been raining from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. today. Are you sure the meaning of the sentence is it raining now? No, not at all. As of now, at the time of saying this sentence, it is not raining. At the time of saying this sentence, it is not at all raining. And it started raining in the past, it ended raining in the past, which means 4 to 6 it rained, and now the time is around 8 o'clock in the morning. So this is the situation of using the tense. It had been raining from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. is a beautiful expression we use here. I'll give you now one more example in the same context. Now the example looks like this. Listen very carefully to this example because this example is very important. I say, she had been sleeping. She had been sleeping till now. This example looks strange, but pause the video and try to understand the meaning of the sentence once. Now when I say she had been sleeping till now, it means is she even now sleeping? No, she is not even now sleeping. She started sleeping in the past at a point of time. Imagine yesterday night 10 p.m. she started to sleep, and now the time is for example 8 a.m. Now the time is 8 a.m. But do I say she's still sleeping now? Not at all. She started sleeping at 10 p.m. and she was sleeping till 7:50 a.m. today. So when I say this sentence, now the action, but the time of saying this expression is 8 o'clock in the morning, but she slept till 7:50, which means she is not now sleeping. So till now means it happened till now, which is not happening right now. Please understand the difference between till now and right now. Please understand the difference between till now and right now. I hope the point is very clear. So this is a beautiful expression where past perfect continuous is used. I'll give you now one more example in the same model. I had been working, see, I had been working in Mumbai. I had been working in Mumbai from 2012 to 2017. So I had been working in Mumbai from 2012 to 2017, which means I started the work in Mumbai from this date to this date. Now I am not working anymore. I started working in the past from 2012 to 2017. Imagine when I say this action, probably it may be 2022 or 2025 or 2011, 2019 or 2021. That doesn't matter. What all matters is I had been working in Mumbai from 2012 to 2017. That's all what matters. That's all what matters. So the action started in the past and the action ended in the past. This is the actual beauty, my dear friends. Hope it is very clear. Now I'll give you an example how the questions come. How the questions come in the exams. He will give you something like this. He will give you spotting the error. He will give you spotting the error, something like this. He had been shouting. See, he had been shouting since morning. There is a gentleman who started shouting in the morning for some reasons, and even now he's shouting. Now, do you think the sentence is right or wrong? Pause the video and try your answer. He had been shouting since morning. Do you think it is correct? See, when you say since morning, it means he started doing this action in the morning and even now he is doing it, which means the preposition since talks about present perfect continuous. But here this is past perfect continuous, which is wrong. I should use he has been shouting since morning. That's how the expression comes. He has been shouting since morning. That's how the expression comes. Like this, we actually get into a lot of examples in the same scenario. I'll give you now one more example for you better understanding, because whenever we learn a concept as a theory, unless we learn ample examples, perfection doesn't come. See this example, she has been studying. See this example, she has been studying. She has been studying from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you think the sentence is right? No, wrong. Because 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. means starting time and ending time, which means now she is no more studying. So now, when she is no more studying, why should I use the expression has been? I should use the expression had been. So expression should be had been. She had been studying from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the right answer. She had been studying from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the right answer. Is the right answer. I hope the point is clear. I hope the explanation is crystal clear. My dear friends, this is something about past perfect continuous. So before I end the video, we will try to revise and recap. We have talked about past perfect continuous. We have talked about a beautiful tense called past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous is used to talk about an action that started in the past and also ended in the past, which means the action is no more happening. The action is no more taking place. In such a scenario where the action started in the past and the action ended in the past, we use the grammar had been. Where the rules like subject plus had been plus ing should come. Now, it's very important to keenly and carefully understand the difference between present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is used when we talk about an action that started in the past and even now the action is in progress. See, the action is in progress. But past perfect continuous is used when we talk about an action that started in the past and ended in the past, which means the action is no more in progress. Present perfect continuous we use has or have plus been plus ing, whereas past perfect continuous we use had been plus ing. That matters. So, to understand it much better, I have given you lots of examples. It had been raining from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. today. She had been sleeping till now. This expression till now is very common in examinations. When we say she had been sleeping till now, it means she started sleeping sometime in the past and ended sleeping sometime in the past. But at the time of saying this expression, we are no more actually sleeping. And I had been working in Mumbai from 2012 to 2017, which means at the time of saying this expression, I am not in 2017 anymore. Okay, I must definitely be beyond it. And now this is how the questions come in the exams. So this is a very, very, very important tense called past perfect continuous. I hope everybody understood this tense called past perfect continuous. We will talk about another important tense in our next session. Wish you good luck and all the best.